awesome. The community here in Tucson is definitely much more involved in the games, and it was really easy to feed off the energy of the crowd. So it's really fun playing in front of the fans here in Tucson. But I'm glad we could pull out some wins for them in our season opener.
It's good that we've had a couple of weeks to kind of get the lineup solidified, get the kids confident in what they're doing and how to operate within the system. So now we got to go really play some really upper level competition. We'll certainly see that this weekend.
We have our first top 25 matchup, so I think it's going to be really good for preparing us going into the following weekend and into preseason too. So there'll be some tough matchups, but I think it's going to be really good for us.
Well, we had a really good practice yesterday. I do a lot of position training on the very first day of the week, and then we go more team training the next 2 days, getting preparation for what we'll see the weekend. So I like what we're doing. We're progressing well. We have a lot of young players who are trying to learn the system and maybe learn some of the new techniques that they haven't seen before. So a lot of it's a mental thing, and so they're thinking a lot. And so, when you start to play at a really high level, you can't afford to think. You can't just react. So right now we're working hard on trying to get them a little more comfortable with the system as well with the techniques. Well, Calais has, we were fortunate enough to get her as a transfer from Minnesota, and she was the person who I kind of looked at who's going to replace Maddie Kingdon, which is some pretty big shoes to fill. And I thought last year was a real transition year for Calais. And Calais was an elite soccer player growing up, and so she took to the sport late as a junior in high school. So she doesn't have quite the nuance or the background or the foundation that some of the other players would need to have in her position to be an elite level player. So last year was really a great learning experience for her, and so she's taken what she went through the spring and through the fall last year, and now starting to apply it to this fall season. So I like what she's doing. She's got her room for growth is tremendous, but she's got some real athleticism, clearly the best scorer on her team. So she's certainly shouldering a big load for us. So it'll be a work in progress for Calais. And I like Calais. She's got a great personality, good head on her shoulders, and a good competitor.